And then God forbid there might be a DJ A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the whole alphabet. If there's 30 DJs, why are you going to be the one that they want to select? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy DJ LiftOFF with the JP way, and you don't want to miss this flight. Now today, I just want to sit and talk about five things that I wish I would have known as a beginner DJ. Not just like on the skill side, but the marketing, the branding, the communicating, the equipment, just like a wealth of knowledge that I've learned over the years, and I'm still continuing to learn as time goes on. The minute you stop becoming a student of anything is the minute that you start losing what you have, or you're not able to progress anymore. So with that said, let's start off with the first thing that I wish I knew. DJing for less money is better than nothing. This is an absolute fallacy. This is not true. DJing for less money is not better than DJing for no money. And what I'm pretty much saying with that is, no money is your true worth as a DJ. Whatever price you set that you think you're worth as far as your skill set, your equipment, your time, everything combined, that is your worth. So on this side, we're gonna call that the no money side. And then on the other side is less money, okay? So when you say, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and DJ for less money, even though I know I'm worth this, but I'm gonna take this, it's a complete no-no. And of course, even myself, when I first started DJing, I'm like, man, I gotta get out here, I gotta get this experience. Of course, $200 is better than $0. If you start that way in the beginning, it's gonna be very difficult to kind of break out of that habit of always being like, oh, I'll accept $250 less, or I'll accept this amount of money less. What you need to do is set your worth and then literally just stick to it. You say, if you can't afford me, it's okay. You're not gonna accept every single gig. If 100 people reach out to you and you accept all 100 gigs, something is wrong there. You're never going to have a 100% acceptance rate as far as DJing due to various reasons. Moving on to number 2, skills will get me gigs, everything else can come later. That is another false statement that I wish I knew. So for me in the beginning, I was just focused on, I need to learn how to scratch, I need to learn how to mix, I need to do everything in my power to be the best DJ possible, because once I'm the best DJ, of course these clubs and of course people that see me DJing as far as a video that I upload, they're gonna wanna hire me. But little do you know, that is not the truth in most cases. There's a lot that goes on as far as booking a gig that extends way past just your skills. So that means your brand. What kind of brand are you bringing to the event? What kind of equipment do you have? What kind of marketing do you have to even get in front of the people that you want to get hired by? Because essentially, people that are hiring DJs, they may be looking at you as DJ A, then they have DJ B. So what you want to do is, you have to be able to pitch yourself and say, why am I better than DJ A? If I'm DJ A or B, why am I better than the other person? And then God forbid there might be a DJ A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the whole alphabet. If there's 30 DJs, why are you going to be the one that they want to select? So with that, you need to have videos on your social media. You need to be having your branding right. You need to have some type of maybe electronic press kit if you want to do festivals or you want to do bigger events. There's a lot of things that you need to have in place as far as booking a gig. Now, of course, skills are still extremely important, so you always want to be honing your skills. You always want to be practicing, like I always say. But do remember, in the beginning, especially as a beginner DJ, get your phone out, get someone else to get their phone out, and you need to record as much content as you can. There's a saying that if someone can't see it, then it didn't happen. You can say, I did this crowd, and there was 100 people going crazy, but you don't have a video of it, then how can I truly believe it happened? It could have really happened. People could literally vouch for you. But if you're going to a client and say, hey, I did this, that, and the third, and you have no proof of it, they're most likely going to go with the other person who may even have less skill than you, but they can show that, hey, I have this, that, and the third, and this is what I've done, and here it is in your face. They're most likely going to hire that person. Number 3 is going to be preparation. And when I say preparation, I mean have as much music, as many genres as you possibly can in the beginning. Being a DJ requires a lot of ongoing work as far as finding out what new music is coming out, and not only finding the new music, but knowing what the crowd likes. Obviously, we live in a streaming age. It used to be a lot easier to find out what songs everyone liked because there were songs on the radio and everyone was pretty much listening to the same songs. Now you have TikTok, so people know specific TikTok dances that you need to keep up with. Depending on the event you're doing, you just need to really be engaged with what's happening in the music world and be engaged with what's happening as far as the people that are going to be at your event. Make sure you're prepared, do your research as far as what people are most likely gonna like. And if you don't know what they're gonna like, download everything. Download as much as you can. It don't matter, rock, trap, techno, hip hop, R&B, house, all of it. Download it all. Moving on to number 4, backups. Backups are important. When I say a backup, I mean backups of your music catalog. You want to have that on an external hard drive. You want to have it maybe on a cloud storage, maybe even both. Backups of your music is going to be extremely important. In the case that you get to an event and you have any issues as far as a software issue, you want to maybe have different softwares that you can use as far as like Serato, Rekordbox, Virtual DJ, Tractor. You want to have backup equipment as far as your actual hardware. If whatever your if your DJ controller goes down, you might even want to carry an extra smaller DJ controller such as a DDJ 400. The Rev 1 is pretty small. SX3, that's pretty small, or decently small. Either way, you want to just have some type of backup. If it's not hardware, you want to have an app on your phone with all of your music, or at least Apple Music, and you need to have something that you can have as a backup just in case something goes wrong. I literally remember in college, I got to a party and guess what happened? I did not have my laptop. Tragedy, literal tragedy. I didn't have all of my music downloaded to my phone. I didn't have a whole bunch of music in my Apple Music category or catalog. So I pretty much had to think off the top of my mind, use my phone and just hit next. And this is a huge part. This is like a tailgate. Like people have been waiting for this. And they're like, who is this guy DJing? Like, why is he so trash? And there was nothing I could do because all I have is my phone. And I didn't have anything as far as a backup. So there you go. Always have a backup. Number 5 is going to be understanding that this DJ journey, this DJ experience is going to be a marathon. It is not a quick race. You are not going to start scratching today and be Jazzy Jeff tomorrow. You're not going to be DJ Craze tomorrow. You're not going to be Scratch Bastard. You're not going to be Rob Swift. There's so much that there is to learn as far as DJing, not only from the skill side as far as scratching and blending and mixing and beat matching. You also have the kind of equipment that you want to get, your lighting, your sound, your microphones, even understanding how to market yourself, how to brand yourself, how to create a better pitch, how to create better content for social media. There's so many things that not only that you have to do, but you also have to progress. If you go back to the beginning of my YouTube channel when I first started uploading videos and look at those videos compared to now, I'm still constantly learning. I'm still in my marathon as far as creating better content, becoming a better DJ. I'm by no means the best DJ, nowhere near it. I would consider myself an intermediate DJ. Yes, I can scratch, yes, I can mix, but I still have a long way to go as far as if I want to be a DMC champion or a Red Bull 3 style champion. I have a long way to go, and I understand that, and I know that I still need to continue progressing and continue being a student of the game. So just knowing that it's a marathon, it's not a race. You don't have to speed through this. Take your time, put in the time, but also take your time. And then lastly, number 6, which is technically like a bonus tip, I guess, just be yourself. Literally be yourself. There's so many people that will try to put you in a box or tell you you have to be this kind of DJ. You have to be a great MC, or you have to mix better, you have to blend better, you have to scratch better, you have to do this better, you need better equipment. Whatever it is that you would like to do, if you're someone who doesn't like to MC, that's fine. There's some people that are always going to say you have to be able to DJ, you have to be able to MC, you have to be able to control the crowd, and to control the crowd you have to be able to MC. I know a lot of DJs that don't necessarily MC and they still control the crowd perfectly, and they're still amazing DJs. There's other people that are better MCs than they are DJs, and they focus on controlling the crowd versus knowing all the skills on the boards. I personally, for me, strive to learn both so I can be a very well-rounded DJ, but that doesn't mean that you have to do that. Now, I'm not saying to be like a slacker and say, okay, I'm just gonna be an MC and I don't really care about DJing. I'm not saying that, but I'm also saying you don't have to necessarily look at the stigma, or you don't have to look at what someone's telling you as far as what kind of DJ you should be. I think you should strive to learn everything. That's just me. That's how I'm going about it. But at the same time, everyone is different, and I think everyone should respect everyone's DJ journey and what they want to do. So with that said, those are my 5 things that I wish I would have known as a beginner DJ, as well as my bonus tip. And if you found this helpful, please hit the like button. Go ahead and also subscribe, of course. Got more videos coming up. Also have some merch coming up, man. We got some one-on-ones coming up. We got all type of stuff coming up really, really soon. So make sure you stay locked in, subscribe, stay tuned, all of that good stuff. And I'll catch y'all on the next one.
I don't give a fuck what niggas doing, I'ma still do me. Lil' bro serving life, he gon' live through me. Nigga, I ain't trying to converse, baby, I'm getting to it. Try and slide in that vert like I'm Lil Uzi. Thanking God that my heart beating, and I never trust a woman.